Okay, guys, so we're going to look at the events surrounding the assassination of John F. Kennedy. We'll get into a lot more of this in class and kind of go over various elements of it. But just to give you guys kind of the nuts and bolts of this, November 22nd, 1963 is the day that Kennedy is shot. He's assassinated. He is hit twice. The first shot hits the president in the throat, and the second was the fatal headshot that ultimately led to the president's death. Had the only one shot in the throat happened, what his future would have been is unknown. Not sure if he would have survived that, and if he did, if he would have even been able to carry on the duties of being president of the United States. It would have been it was a very serious wound he took on the first one, and the second one obviously was very bad. This all happens in Dallas in a place called Dealey Plaza. Kennedy was there visiting and touring different aspects of Texas. Lyndon Johnson was also there because it was Texas. That's Lyndon Johnson's home state. So Johnson actually boards Air Force One with the president's body, himself, and Jackie Kennedy, and he's sworn in on Air Force One on the way back to Washington, D.C., with the Kennedy family, including the president in tow. And now Lyndon Johnson's president of the United States. This just devastated the nation. This shocked people. They had never seen anything like this before, and we really haven't seen anything like it since when it came to our leaders. And people were very upset. There was a lot of just nationwide mourning of the fact that this man, who was a father of two, not just the president of the United States, there was a lot of people that felt very, very bad about this whole situation. Kennedy's body was put on display in the Capitol building for people to pay their respects. People lined up very far for that. And on the day of the funeral, that image you're seeing there down below, that's John F. Kennedy Jr. as his father's casket went by him. He stepped up and gave this little salute, and people just, people's hearts collectively just melted when that happened, and felt, even worse about the situation when they saw that. And there was the whole big funeral through the city. Kennedy's body was placed in Arlington National Cemetery. They have the eternal flame lit by his grave. Shortly after the shooting, Lee Harvey Oswald was found and arrested for killing the president. His palm print is found on a rifle located in the building. We'll discuss this a little bit more tomorrow. And Oswald fired from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. That was where Oswald worked. We'll get into a little bit of the things that happened to Oswald, get into the life of Oswald and the things he had done beforehand and after the shooting. But 2 days after Oswald's arrest, a man named Jack Ruby shoots and kills Oswald on live television. There was a funeral that was happening for an officer. I'll get into that as well tomorrow, but people were watching that on TV. They cut to Oswald, who's about to be transferred, and out pops Jack Ruby, who shoots and kills Oswald on television. So here's a example of a little diagram of Dealey Plaza. You can see here that the Texas School Book Depository is here. Here's the 6th floor window. Kennedy came up Houston Street here. The car turned. The 3 shots were fired, and then the car sped away. We'll get into a lot of the ins and outs of this tomorrow, but this is what it looks like where the president was killed. So Johnson sets up what's known as the Warren Commission, and this is the committee that investigated the assassination. And their conclusion was that Oswald had acted alone in this assassination. And this was very hard for a lot of people to believe. People still don't believe it today. They believe that some believe that he didn't act alone or that he had no part of it at all. This is, one of the biggest conspiracy theories that's held on. In fact, more people believe Oswald did not act alone, that this was part of a larger conspiracy, than believe that he did act alone. By about 70%, people believe that. So what I want you to do before you come in for class is I want you to find two different conspiracy theories related to the Kennedy assassination for class. So bring those in, have these notes. I'll be checking these notes as well, and we will get into this in a little more detail in class.